How you handle disputed accounts has just changed because of Fannie Mae 10.1. Hi everybody, Dave Sullivan here for the Credit Guy TV. In the past, you were always required to resolve any dispute that you had on your credit report prior to closing a loan with Fannie or Freddie. The reason behind that was when you dispute an account, it comes out of the credit scoring model, at least FICO anyway. So what Fannie has done, is announced with this new version of their desktop underwriter, is you are no longer required to remove the disputes. They attempt to underwrite the file, including all of the disputed information. If they can't underwrite it, then you've got to go back and verify whether it's their account or not and resolve that dispute. But initially, it will come through desktop underwriter with the open active disputes included in the file, and then make that decision. Now, what I find interesting about this is because the scoring model does not include disputed accounts, Fannie Mae is essentially taking a step back from credit scores and relying on the raw data, which is probably a good thing, but I find it interesting because they're moving away from relying on the credit score as much as they used to. When they started using trended credit data, they took a step back from FICO because they didn't update the FICO model at that time. They're still on 05. FICO 9 is the version that includes trended credit data. But Fannie Mae included the trended credit data without changing the scoring model, and now they're taking another step away from FICO or any scoring model to make their determination on credit worthiness. So as Fannie steps further and further away from FICO, I think they're going to come to a point where it doesn't really matter what score they use or if they have a score at all, because of their decisioning that they're creating based on things like trended credit data and now including and underwriting with the disputed accounts. I think there will come a day where Fannie and Freddie will no longer require FICO for sure, and maybe no credit score, but I think they'll take a step back and accept more than just FICO. Maybe Vantage. They've been working a long time to get in with Fannie and Freddie in the mortgage industry. Vantage, as you guys know, the company that was created by the three major repositories to compete with FICO. So interesting news that drops at the end of the month, July 29th. DU 10.1 will go into effect. No longer required to resolve the disputes prior to an attempt in an automated underwriting. Now, I would still tell you that if you're thinking about getting a mortgage, you should resolve all of the disputes. You don't want to have this come up. You can still come through. They'll attempt to underwrite you. If they can't with the disputed accounts, then you've got to go back and resolve them. And that can be a nightmare. So you want to get all of your disputed accounts resolved prior to applying for a mortgage. And as always, I mean, there was a small line in this announcement that I'll link below that said that medical debt disputes are, as always, not included. Okay, so there's another clue that they're not including the medical disputed accounts in the underwriting decision, like, let's say, FICO. If it was an open active account, FICO would include it. So, again, a move away from scoring models per se, as the desktop underwriter kind of has created their own, but I find it very interesting. Now, if you want more information about how to resolve your dispute, or if you're looking for 6 steps to a better credit score, go to getloanready.com. That way you can go online. It's free right now. You can get all of the worksheets and everything downloaded for free. Otherwise, it's Dave Sullivan here for the Credit Guy TV. So you, with a little bit of me, we're going to change the credit industry. Thank you.